Hey and welcome to this little studio tour. My name is Julius Huth. I'm an artist and electronic music producer, and today I want to show you how my little studio is built up and which gear I'm using frequently. So let's have a look. The base of all is on a MacBook Pro from 2021, I think. I bought it a few years ago with the M1 chip. I'm running Ableton Live, the Suite version 12, I think, to cover all my productions. I tried a lot of DAWs in the beginning, like Logic Pro, Fruity Loops or FL Studio, and also Cubase, but I got stuck with Ableton Live because it has this beautiful live arranging features which all the other DAWs don't have. And in the beginning it was hard to get a good sound out of it because it's raw and it directly translates everything you do in the sound, and Logic and other DAWs have the ability to sharpen your sound a little bit, but in Ableton you have to learn it the raw way. But actually after a few years the sound is so clear that I do not want to go to another DAW again. So yeah, I really love it. I love the interface, and I will show you which plugin I'm using at the end of this video, so stay tuned. I'm using the Komplete Kontrol A49 controller to play my ideas and my melodies. I can show you, even if it's piano or plugs or pads, I always have my ideas on a piano keyboard because I'm a very physical artist. I need to have an instrument in front of me to unlock my full potential. So yeah, I really love this one, and yeah, it's great to play fast notes and fast patterns and translate it directly into the DAW. So beneath that, I'm using the APC MKII. I will show you. So I use it to control when I'm playing live, to control the clips, and also when I'm producing, to have an intuitive feeling of the cutoff or the noise or the panning of the tracks or even the loudness. So I use it a lot to have a haptic feedback to what I'm doing. And I really like to have, like I said, something in front of me. Yeah, I use a 32-inch monitor to have all of my productions, to can see all of what I'm doing. Yeah, my monitors are the KRK Rokit 5. Actually, I really want to upgrade them to the 7-inch version. Right now, I'm not so satisfied with the kind they play. Right now I'm not so satisfied with the kind they play the highest. So for me they have too much pressure in the high frequencies. So I plan to switch them in the next few weeks. Let's go to my microphone. It's Rote NT1. Actually it's a very basic microphone, but I really like the way it captures the higher frequencies. So sometimes I'm using also my own voice to generate voice samples for my tracks. And when I'm singing, my voice has really high frequencies, and this one captures it very, very nice. It's very intimate sound, and this is why I keep this one. It's coupled with the Focusrite i2, I think it's the i2, and I really like this. I really like this interface. It keeps everything clear and nice, and I will also use it on my live shows. And didn't regret buying it in 3 years now. And I am using also the Roland RD-88. This is my stage piano. And I use it because I really need a stage piano keys. So I really need the feedback really keys are giving to my fingers, because I learned playing the piano from being 5 years old, and I really need the original haptic feedback. which only a piano keyboard can give you. And this one has an original grand piano keyboard built in it. And yeah, I really like it. I play on it almost all my melodies and all my productions. 99% of my tracks start actually on this piano, just jamming around and trying different vibes and different soundscapes, and then directly translating it to my DAW, and then yeah and then arranging it to full track. Right now I'm working on one of my upcoming releases. It will be called Vox Nocturna, so the voice of the night. I can show the build up to you, show you a little bit, and then I will show you which plugins I'm using to achieve that sound. So there's the build up, and now there's the drop. Okay, I will show you how I achieve this sound and which plugin I'm using actually. So let's start with the kick. I am designing all of my kicks for myself. So I'm never using samples, but I'm using the Kick 2 plugin from Sonic Academy to really give all of my kicks a unique feeling. I have I need to design them exactly to my tracks. So this one is, I will play it to you in the full track, is a very tight, very punchy kick, and it fits great to the rest of my track. So I'm EQing it, and then yeah, in another video I can explain you how I do this exactly, but right now we'll stay here. So melody wise, to generate all of the sounds, I'm using different synths. Most of the time I actually use the Diva from WQHD, but I'm also using Pigments a lot from Arturia and also Serum. And right now I'm working myself into the Mini V4 from Arturia. I also really like to use strings actually. And right now I'm using the session strings from Native Instruments. I really like to build big string build-ups, and yeah, nothing can compare to the warmth and the authenticity of a classical instrument, in my opinion. So I use them in almost all of my productions. So most of the time it's stuff like that, like background plays. But I'm also using them to generate big build-ups like I did in my track Mariposa. So have a listen if you haven't right now, it's on Spotify. And yeah, I use them really often. And also I really like to use the piano colors from Arturia. I use it to refine my piano sounds. Maybe I can show it to you here. No, I just have, let's switch the project for a second. So this is another project where I use the piano colors, and I really like to use them to shape the sound quality of my atmosphere. So as you can listen, this is like a stringed, or this is like these are like bowed chords. It comes directly from this plugin, and I really like to use it for my atmosphere. So if we hear all together, see? yeah, basically that's it. I'm not using too much tracks. Actually, this one has 36, but this one is a video, so 35 tracks and groups. I always group them in the kick group, bass line, drums, harmony, and vocals and FX. So if I'm using too much tracks, I get confused and overwhelmed. So I try to have everything as minimalistic as possible. And most of the time you are able to say more with less tracks, which are better adapted to the track, to the whole track, as to have like 58 or 60 tracks and everyone is not playing with the other very well. So I try to keep everything as minimalistic as possible, to achieve like the sound I want to have. Just 36 tracks or 36 tracks, but 5 or 6 of them are groups, so it's like 32 tracks, 31 tracks. Master-wise, I will just use a PEAQ to filter out frequencies I don't need, and to make sure that every frequency is in a clear way. Then I'm using the Pro MB to compress everything together. So most of the time I got too much energy in the low end, and sometimes I compress it to make it a little bit more tight. Then we have a limiter, and most of the time I also use the Ozone 10 plugin to make everything a little bit wider. But right now I don't use it. Yeah, and last of all, I use send tracks to sharpen the sound, a small room, a wide room, a build-up room, shimmer verb, and a delay to give the sound a more spice during the productions. So this is my little studio and the way I keep producing music, and I hope you could learn something from it and get an impression of how I'm working. Don't forget to subscribe to my channels and to keep listening to my new releases, and see you live next time.